Hi golfers, and welcome to today's session. And today we're going to talk about, does the ball position actually move throughout your swing? All right, so yes and no. It doesn't move obviously because the ball isn't moving, but you're moving. Now let that settle in for a second. I mean, in an ideal case you're moving, and in an even better case you're moving the right direction. So I want you to understand what happens to the ball position when you shift in your transition. So I'm going to grab a ball here. And a lot of people are not shifting well. This is why I'm making this video. A lot of people spin out too much or don't have very good weight shift laterally from their front to their back foot in the swing, which makes it really hard for them to shift well and to transfer their weight over into that front side through impact, which really makes it very hard to have good contact. So you'll hit behind the ball, you'll kind of chunk it, it'll be heavy, especially chipping will be difficult, pitching will be very difficult, short irons will be difficult, your driver will be better and your woods, but even the woods are sometimes tough because ideally you hit more down on a wood than on a driver. And that's tough if you don't have good weight shift. So let's just look at the ball position. In this case, the ball position is pretty much in the middle on my 8-iron right here. And when I'm going back, I'm going to, load my right side a little bit, of course. And then as I'm going into my transition, I'm going to start loading into my left side. So now if you look at the center of my hips, it's going to first shift and then it's going to turn. But what you see here, now because my hips shifted this way, and before they start turning, now my ball position has actually, in relation to my hip, the center of my hips, moved backwards. And that's where the compression comes from. Irons are built to be hit down on, right? Negative angle of attack. Drivers are built to be hit up on. So drivers is obviously a different topic here. But you also still shift with your driver. Just now we're talking irons. So people that don't do it well, they start in the middle, they swing back, and sometimes they even have like a reverse pivot, so they load their front leg. What happens then, they jump out of it into their back leg. And now if you look at the center of my pelvis, it's actually moved back. So now my ball position actually has moved forward. And that's when you start struggling with those hits behind the ball, because the bottom of the swing is now behind the ball. That's what we want to avoid with this video, and what I want you to understand of why this shift matters. Why does this matter in transition? Because it moves your ball position back ever so slightly during your swing, because you're moving, not the ball. So for it to move, one of them has to move. If you're moving the right way, it's going to happen. So that's why it's really important for you to make sure when you're turning back well, you're loading your right foot a little bit, and then you're moving forward, and you can shift and then turn. And now you have that nice compression on the ball that you want to see, and then go through the turf and actually take a divot. So I'm going to show you this now. And I'm going to tee this ball up really quickly because we want to spare this beautiful tee that is still growing in. Nice and level at setup with my weight on this 8-iron. Very nice little compressed ball, because I was able to feel like right side, left side. And that's really all it does. A really good drill for this, guys, is to start your club forward, swing it back, swing it through. So it goes weight forward, weight back, weight forward. And that's how you get really good rhythm. Forward, back, forward. And just let the club follow. It's really all that simple. But I hope this video gave you a better understanding of what the ball position does throughout your swing and why your body is moving one way or the other. And in order to move forward efficiently, we got to move backward a little bit. I'm not saying sway off the ball. God knows, definitely not. But I'm saying definitely load your right leg a little bit while you keep your hips pretty steady. They can turn away, but they should not sway away, right? This is what we want to see. This is not what we want to see. We want to see turn, shift, turn. All right, try it out, guys. Let me know what you think about this tip in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I cannot wait to see you guys in our next session.